If you're trying to scale your business and you feel overwhelmed by the operational details and you are trying to get other people to help you, but it seems like a struggle because the tabs in your brain are open, but when you communicate it to your team, they don't seem to get what you want them to do consistently, and you need help taking your idea, turning it into workflows that generate revenue that other people can run so that you can go off and increase your sales volume without worrying about what's under the hood suffering your brand reputation, your product quality, your fulfillment quality, and your team and your culture. So, I'm going to show you a tool that I use inside of my cohorts and my one on one programs to help people organize and scale their businesses. So, join me. Okay, this is a process map. Every business has 7 to 10 core functions that they do on repeat. You have a way that you attract customers. You have a way that you create your product. You have a way that you deliver your product. You have a way that you create sales. You have a way that you convert those sales. You have a way that you track money. You have a way that you build and lead a team. If you have revenue, you're already doing this. So the essence of scaling is taking what you're already doing that's clearly working because you're generating revenue and putting it into workflows, process maps that you can then delegate, because all scaling in is duplication. It's not just more revenue, it's being able to generate more revenue and also be able to turn out more hamburgers if you have more clients. So duplication is just about creating a system that you can do on repeat in a sustainable way that other people can run. And this tool helps us do that. So you pick whichever one of your 7 to 10 core processes that you want to map. And then the first thing that you do is you say, okay, how to hire, train, onboard team members. That's one of your maps. If it's how to attract, nurture, engage, convert customers, that's another one of your maps. So you're going to have 7 to 10 of them. So the first thing you do is you're going to identify which one it is that you're working on. And then you're going to decide who's going to be the map owner. And sometimes I like to have the map owner defined afterwards, but regardless, there is one map owner, because I don't know if you guys have all seen that poem, anybody, everybody, nobody, somebody. And it's like everyone's pointing fingers at each other because nobody knows who's actually owning it. So ownership allows for A players to know what does done look like, who's responsible, and who can we celebrate for getting it done, and who could we support if we're struggling to get it done. That's what ownership provides us. So every map has a map owner, and it's one person. Then we have swim lanes. So this is one swim lane, this is another swim lane, this is another swim lane. And then each swim lane has a role owner. And the role owner is a role, not a person. Same with map owner. It's a role, not a person. So this would be marketing director, it would be sales director, it could be investor relations, it could be accounting, it could be bookkeeper, it could be fund manager, whatever it is that's on your accountability chart. And oftentimes people don't have an accountability chart, so you could do it the opposite way. You could process map, and then based on what the company needs to do their workflows and function correctly, then all of the roles that are on your process maps then get transferred to your accountability chart, and we know exactly what those people need to do. Then each box starts somewhere and ends somewhere, and each box is an action. So it's the 20% that will make 80% of the difference. And so if I was doing how to recruit, hire, train, and onboard a team member, this would be identify open position and then create supporting documents to begin hiring. So that would be, I would need a job description. I would need to know what the seat scorecard is. I would need to know what success in this role looks like. And I would be making sure I had budget approval so I could make this hire. So that would be in this box. And then eventually, once this whole process map is built out, each of your boxes, when you click on them, it opens to a standard operating procedure or a checklist for exactly how to do that thing. And so then while you're mapping it out, you're going to map from all the way, like, again, let's stay with the thought train of hire, train, hire, recruit, hire, train, onboard team members. If we're going to go with that thought train, I'm going to take it all the way through until they are onboarded and through their first 90-day training period. So we'll map it all the way through. And at some point, so let's, again, sticking with the same thought train of recruit, hire, train, and onboard team members, we may say schedule interview and then host interview. And it would be a yes, this person's amazing, they go to second round interview, or no, actually not amazing, we don't want to continue the conversation. Either way, there's a handoff. So those are called decision diamonds. Then once you get the whole thing mapped, what you want to do is figure out what are some leading indicators of success for this map and what are some trailing indicators of success for this map. And so you would have your KPIs. Then your KPIs would show up on your CEO dashboard so you can see, or your department head dashboard. Maybe not every KPI ends up on your CEO dashboard, but you can see, is my business performing the workflows I need it to perform in order for us to be successful? And again, if you have mapped your 7 to 10 core functions, you know exactly what your business workflows need to look like. And now you have metrics for tracking if it's on track or if it's off track. And then you're able to measure the success in results and not just trust your process mapping in your system, but trust that you can hire and train people to run your process maps because you've already thought through what the workflows need to look like. Then the last thing is everything has an end. I don't know if you saw that yellow pop up down there, but everything has an end. And the end is a handoff to the next workflow. So think of your process mapping or your 7 to 10 core processes that you're mapping as like a relay race. And so you're handing batons between them. And in my experience hiring and training team members and just the duplication process of scaling, a lot of times people need to know the content, which is what am I supposed to do, but then also the context for the content. So who am I receiving the information from? How is what I do impacting my previous person, and how is it impacting my next person? And that allows us to work as a team because there's collaboration, there's communication, there's handoffs, and it creates operational efficiency. So that is how you process map. I have a tool for you. So if you're thinking I need to process map in my business, I agree with you. I think businesses that are process mapped are able to be operationalized, they can be more efficient, and they can scale. If you're wondering what are my 7 to 10 core processes in my business that I need to map, and you would like a ChatGPT prompt that I have created to help you figure it out for your specific industry, you can, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link in the description. If you are watching this or aware of this from Instagram or Facebook or some type of social media, if you message me prompt, I will send you a ChatGPT prompt for how to do this. And if you click the link in the description, you can also request access to a ChatGPT prompt for how to do this. That is completely free. If you would also like to purchase my process mapping template, you can do that as well. We have a product link in the description and you can purchase it and you can just add your process map right into the template that we already have created. All right. Cheers to your process mapping to close the tabs in your brain so you can organize and scale and turn your idea into execution plans that you put on the calendar. Because if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. And we cannot win if we don't execute. So get to process mapping. I'm here to support you if you need it. I will see you in the next video.